To Agape Pet Hospital. This is a wonderful day because it's our first Facebook Live, and we want to show you kind of some things that you can do for your pets at home. One of the things that some clients ask me is about nail trims. So today we're going to talk about nail trimming and how to do that with your dog. Today we've got my dog Honey here, who's a very sweet girl and hopefully will be a great patient. And so she's going to be our model for today. So some reasons that you might want to trim your dog's nails are if you hear them on the hardwood floor, kind of going across the floor and that clickety-clack sound, that's a good reason. If they're digging in the yard and coming back with mud or dirt on their nails, then you definitely want to get their nails trimmed at that point. If they're jumping on furniture and starting to leave impressions in the furniture, you want to get your dog's nail trimmed at that point. As far as frequency, some people ask me, how often do I trim my dog's nails? I just do it as often as necessary. So, I have a feel for it. Of course, I've been a vet for quite a while, but you just look at them, and if they're kind of extending too far down, I'd say that would be the time to trim them. It's different for every dog. Some dogs' nails grow very quickly. Others' dogs' nails don't grow as quickly. And then also cats as well. So a cat nail trim is very similar to a dog nail trim. I would say this about cats: they're usually a little easier to trim their nails, and they don't quick as easy. So that's the advantage of trimming a cat's nails. But on dogs, even us professionals, we can quick the nails, and I'm going to show you how to deal with that today as well. So let's talk first, before we get to the nail trim, about some equipment that we use. So here, for most dogs, we use these heavy-duty nail trimmers. And they just kind of lay and just cut across, and they're pretty easy to use, and I really like those. I'll show you, if you've got little bitty dogs or kittens or puppies, you might want to use something very small like these little red-handled ones. And I don't know, I think these you can get at the pet stores. Not sure about these, you may have to get these online. Some other nail trimmers that are out there, and there's a lot of different types. But we've got these, what I call the guillotine method. I'm not a big fan of these, so I don't use these to trim nails. It's just too hard. You may try them on cats. They work okay on cats, but really for dogs, they don't work too well. Some other equipment that we use. So if you quick your dog's nails, what can you use? What we use is some stuff called Quick Stop, which has got benzocaine in it, which deadens the nail so they don't feel it once you quick it. So that's a nice little feature. And you can get that at the pet stores if you look hard enough. There's also these silver nitrate sticks. I really don't like these because they chemical cauterize the nail, so they can actually burn the tips of the nails. We have them, we don't use them, and they tend to stain like even stainless steel, so they're kind of nasty to deal with. Some other things you can do at home if you have flour or cornstarch, baking powder, baby powder, any of that probably will work fine. Use some gauze. So if you're quicking, just kind of apply pressure, hold it for about 5 minutes, and you should be good. A lot of people say, "Oh, Dr. Crowell, I think my dog bled out when I trimmed the dog's nails because there was blood everywhere." A little blood looks like a lot of blood. Don't be startled by it. I've never in 20 years seen a dog have major bleeding because of a nail trim, so it's not anything to be super concerned about. All right, so let's talk about how to do this. Honey has been very patient with us, and Missy's here to hold, so I'm going to have Missy hold. So Missy, if you'll hold Honey, and then we're going to do Honey's front nails today on camera. So I'll try to angle this where you can see it. And so what I do, and this is kind of a good rule of thumb, is that you just lay your nail trimmers on the dog's pad and you cut across. And our groomer, who was so kind, Mr. Bill Keck, he's already trimmed, it looks like, Honey's nails. I forgot to tell him not to. But you just lay across and you cut just like that. So these have already been trimmed. I don't need to trim them down anymore. But if you lay across the pad and cut just like this, you won't quick the nail. So see if I can show that a little bit better here. Just like that, straight across. Again, I'm not going to trim very much just because they've already been trimmed. But remember, you're going to lay on this part of the, honey, let's be still. Okay. You be a good girl for me. This always makes it a little difficult when they move on the table. But if you'll lay on this part of the pad with your nail trimmers and cut straight across, you will never quick your dog. So just like this, just straight across, you'll never quick them that way. If you angle it, if you get on the front part of that pad and you go down, you can quick that way. So you have to be careful doing it on the front or the back part of the pad here. I stay on the front part of the pad and just cut straight across. So you'll never quick when you do it that way. It usually takes 2 people to do a bigger dog, even a smaller dog for that matter, because we see a lot of dogs and they're always squirming. And so just make sure you cut kind of straight across and flat, and you won't quick your dog's nails. Also, if you do start seeing some bleeding, let me just show you what we do real quick so you can see kind of the process we go through. We take some of this powder, usually just put it in the top of the container, and then we just take the nail and just press and hold. And we do that, about 5 minutes, sometimes less. A lot of times won't even take that long, really. But just put a little pressure, and then this powder, which deadens the nail, they don't even feel it at that point. And every dog usually does very good. They don't limp or anything afterwards, so they do fine after you get the bleeding to stop. So this is a dog nail trim. The cat nail trim is very similar. You just take the nails, they're going to be a little longer usually because they're sharper. You just cut the edges off and take the cat nails off. One thing I tell everybody, if you want to get them used to being calm during the nail trim, is when they're puppies and kittens, kind of just spend time holding their feet and getting them used to you touching them. So, just hold their feet. If they're sitting on the couch with you, just kind of start rubbing on their feet. Maybe, rub their ears a little bit and look in their ears and around their eyes and things like that. You're just getting them used to being looked at and dealt with. And I know that you're probably not a vet. You don't need to do that all the time. But if you get them used to it, they won't be so hard to handle when they get older and bigger. So I guess that's it for today. Next week we're going to be talking about anal sacs and all the problems that can occur with that. One thing I want to let everybody know, please come and visit us. If you're having trouble trimming your own dog's nails or cat, we'll be happy to help you with that. You can find us at 2045 Wall Street. We're open Monday through Saturday. Our hours are online. We have extended hours on Monday and Tuesday. And this month and in February, we had 25% off for new clients and 10% off for pre-existing clients for those 2 months only. So come by and see us. Thank you so much.